are you, Josh?
Thank you. Appreciate it.
So,
Josh, what do you got to show? What do you think you got to do in the 40 here? What do you think you got to? How do you think you can perform in the other exercises?
Yes, sir. I'm looking to run a high 4.4, low 4, sub 4.5 as well. So I just have to be able to run a good run, and I think all the other drills I'll do good in. So I'm just looking to run a good time in the 40.
You put up 18 on the bench?
Sure.
Is this quite a jump for you, or is this something you've been able to do and progress to at this point?
Yeah, definitely. I've always been strong upper body, and where I was training at, I was getting 16, 17, and 18. So I expected to get 18, and I was hoping to get in the 20s.
You were mainly a zone corner, but does this show that you can do press and go man in the next
Yeah, definitely. Just being strong on bench definitely helps. You're able to get hands on and reroute receivers. So it's always good to be strong.
How much of an adjustment is that going to be to the next level? You like to use your hands a lot in college, not being able to do that as much with the NFL rules.
It's just going to take a lot of repetition and practice, being able to move your feet a lot more efficiently, use your hands a lot more, and just respect the 5-yard rule.
How do you go about preparing to make that change?
It all starts with practice. You're going to have to go in there, and even before practice, just work on your technique and refine your craft.
What do you think is the biggest thing that you bring to the table for
I think I'm a leader. I'm a playmaker. I know when I step on the field, I'm going to be able to make plays.
Looking at your history a little bit, how surprised were you when they moved you to corner early on at Iowa, and what were your first initial thoughts when they approached you?
I wasn't too surprised. I came in as a corner. I came in, expecting to play corner, and in the spring 2015, they had some injuries at the receiver, so they needed me to go over and try to make the transition, and then we had some more injuries at defensive back, so they moved me back. I think I fit in a corner, and it's the best position for me.
Who was the toughest wideout that you had to cover?
I'd probably say number 8 from Nebraska. I think he was a good receiver, physical.
What are you trying to get across to teams? Like when you have these meetings and interviews this weekend, what's the main thing that you want to get across?
I want to be able to show them that I'm knowledgeable. I know what I'm talking about in the film room. I have the athletic ability, but I want to be able to show off that I'm smart on the football field as well.
Do you know if you've had a formal interview with Carolina?
I might have it tonight. I'm not too sure, but I've met with 14 teams the past 2 days. I have about 12 tonight. So.
Are the Packers one of them?
I haven't checked the rooms yet, but maybe it could be.
Having ball skills is pretty important for you. How did those develop, and how have you kind of worked on those since you came out?
Yeah, just always being outside, catching the ball with my older brother, his friends, but just always having the ball in my hand and just feeling the ball, knowing what it feels like, and just coming to college, I want to be able to have good hands.
When you made this decision to turn pro, was there a point in the season where you went, I got a chance, I should probably think about at least going to the next level, and then what made you decide ultimately to forego your senior year?
Yeah, I definitely wanted to wait till after the season to think about that, to respect my team, respect my teammates. And after talking to my coaches and all my teammates, they were very supportive of what I wanted to do, and they thought it was the best decision. I thought it was the best decision, so I wanted to forego my senior season and take an opportunity at a shot at the league.
Josh, how close are you to graduating?
I have about 12 more hours left, so I would have finished this spring.
Josh, I don't know if a lot of corners could have 3 picks against Ohio State and win, and follow it up next week with a game that might even be a little bit more impressive. What was that week going into the Badger game like for you, and how were you able to follow up a performance like that?
Yeah, it's just back in the film room. I want to be able to refocus, get back in the film room, prepare hard. And, Wisconsin was a really good team that we played that week, and, I just try to prepare the same way.
What kind of feedback are you getting from the coaches and scouts you're talking to in terms of what they want to see you improve on or do better when you get into the season?
Yes, sir. Criticism I've gotten is just they want to see me become more hands-on, use hands at the line, and just work on my technique in that aspect.
Have you had many questions about, only starting 1 year, really playing only regularly for 1 year, and how have you answered those questions if you have gotten them?
Yeah, I've had those questions. I answered it, telling them, I played behind some really good players. I played in the nickel my first 2 years as a freshman and sophomore, and I had the opportunity this year. I just want to be able to come out until I'm ready to play and make it, seem that we haven't lost a step in the back end.
What do you think the biggest?
Starting in practice, just making sure I finish in practice. I'll come out to the game, have opportunities. I want to be able to capitalize and execute on those. And, it all falls back into practice and film prep.
The thing of having only been a full-time starter for 1 year, do you sense any NFL teams are holding that against you or they're questioning you because of that?
I would say maybe yes and no. Some teams may be hesitant, but I think it's football, and a lot of people can play, regardless. You starter, 3-year starter. If you play ball, then you play ball.
What's your mindset when you're lined up against, a top receiver, top target?
You got to be on your toes. You got to be ready. You got to, be prepared and be able to execute.
What do you tell yourself?
I really don't tell myself anything. I just line up and try to be the best I can. Just focus.
Have you talked to the Bears at all?
Yeah, I did meet with them.
Draft being in Dallas, a Cowboys guy, Dallas guy, what would it mean to you to go and be possibly drafted in the first round?
I mean, that'd be awesome. All my family's in Dallas, and just to have the draft in my hometown is it's always special for me, and I want to be able to just enjoy the moment and embrace it.
Are you the best corner in this draft?
I believe so.
Why do you say that?
I'm a playmaker. Whatever team I go to, they're going to be able to rely on me, be accountable. I'm a playmaker.
Not a lot of corners in this draft can say they've had 5 picks in 2 weeks. What was that like to go through that?
I just wanted to just show myself and show what I'm worth, improve myself each and every week, and those plays happen to come up and just happen to execute.
Did it surprise even you a little bit? I mean, was the football just finding you more, or to have it happen that many times so rapid?
Just being around the ball, getting opportunities. A lot of people get opportunities, but just about being able to execute and get your hand on balls and being in the right place.
Do you have to prove anything here, like speed-wise or testing-wise, anything like that? Do you think you have something to prove to them?
You say it again?
Do you think you have anything to prove here as far as like speed-wise, testing-wise with the scouts and everything?
Yeah, I definitely like to run fast, run a good 40 time, and everything else I think is fine.
How instrumental was Phil Parker to developing you as a cornerback, especially because there's such a good lineage of Iowa cornerbacks at this level?
Yeah, he did a fantastic job of developing me and all the other corners that came through. He's a tough-minded coach. He's going to push you each and every day. He's never going to let you sit back and get complacent. That's something that I took pride in, coming out every day and just trying to perfect my craft and be the best I could be.
Josh playing against Josh Allen, what were your impressions from that game?
He's a really good quarterback, really good strong arm, and I think he'll be able to fit well with any team in the NFL.
How did you deal with going into your sophomore year? You were slated to be the guy. Manny comes in, you guys have a good rumble. He ends up on top. How did you handle that?
You just gotta get back on the field and just keep working hard and just earn your spot. So nothing's given. You gotta be able to go and earn it.
You had to replace Desmond King. I mean, is there anybody, who are the guys you think that could replace you and compete the way you did that's still at Iowa?
I think all of them have a chance. They're all really good cornerbacks, and hopefully all of them can do that. All of them can have great seasons next year. So I'm rooting for all of them, and I think they're all capable.
Who's the leader of the Iowa defense this year in your mind?
I'd say Josie Jewell, 3-4-year starter. He really held the defense together, him and all the other linebackers, D linemen as well. And Miles Taylor, which is a 3-year starter at safety.
Aside from those games with the multiple interceptions, is there another game you think you put on tape that really showed, your best and who you are?
I think Minnesota. So,
what about that game? Can you describe it?
Yeah, it was just, I think overall one of my best coverage games as far as sticking to man and just my man-to-man. I think it was one of my best games.
Were you surprised last year when you started to take off, teams still went at you? I mean, offenses still went at you. Were you surprised?
Yeah, I'm glad they did. I was just trying to come out and just play the best ball I can. They were throwing it to me. I was just trying to, be the best corner and make them pay.
What did you learn from Desmond King in terms of, he was a ball hog dating all the way back to high school.
Yeah.
You put those numbers up. What did you learn from him about ball skills and, once the ball's in the air? Did you learn anything from him specifically?
Yeah, just, the way he prepared, the way he came out to practice, he was always a guy who's going to give it his all. And he was a ball hawk, and I love the way he'd be able to guard receivers and go take the ball from them. So that's one thing I try to implement in my game, and just, have my own style, my own, implement of play, and just come out and be the best I could be.
What's the biggest question you're getting from NFL teams? What do they most want to see out of you?
They want to see me just become a better man-to-man corner, get more hands-on, and just improve my tackling.
You talk about the Purdue game where you basically were man up on that receiver after he scored a couple touchdowns. Does that come up?
Yeah, a little bit. They asked if I match up a little bit. I told them I was able to go over and play a little bit of man, follow.
The game against Ohio State, where you had a few interceptions in that game, how much do you feel like that kind of helped propel you to where you are now?
Yeah, I definitely think it helped, put me on the map a little bit and get people around the country to know who I am. So I think it was a good momentum boost for me.
You've always had a low-key personality, at least publicly. I mean, how have teams responded to that? I mean, have you been nervous at going in there? And how?
Nah, I really don't get nervous, but they've been cool with it. I'm just me and myself.
Have you got any strange questions from any teams?
Not yet.
If you run above 4.5, do you think that's going to hurt you?
I'm aiming for 4.4, so I hope not to run a 4.5. But I mean, either way, it is what it is. I'm gonna try my hardest to run a 4.4.
Do you feel like the 40s kind of make a break for you with everything else you've been able to showcase?
No, I don't. I'm gonna look at it that way. That's when I've been working hard for this. I want to be able to come out and just run fast.
How important is it for you to get dropped in the first round? Is that a big deal?
Just wherever team decides to take me, I'd like to just go and give my best.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Thanks, man. Thanks.